What is up, ladies and gentlemen? In today's video, we've got some happiness tips. I got some bullet points right here. I'm kind of just going to go off the top of my head while looking at these bullet points. But to start out, happiness is just like conquering your mind. Happiness is a skill that you must acquire. If you're trying to acquire any skill, you must conquer your mind first. So when trying to be happy consistently, you must really conquer your mind. It'll take time, discipline, a lot of effort to be happy, but it's very worth it in the end. The first thing to start out is gratitude. Unfortunately, a lot of people in today's world don't have the default mode of happiness. Happiness is truly hard for people to find. But with gratitude, it makes it very easy. How simple is it to just look around and think of something that you can be grateful for? For me, for example, I'm sitting on a chair. I can be grateful for this chair. I'm breathing fresh air. I can be grateful for the fresh air. I'm drinking a nice tea. I can be grateful for the tea break. I can be thankful for the sunlight, thankful for the plants, thankful for literally anything. There's so many things that you can be grateful for, and it takes you out of the scarcity mindset, the mindset that you're lacking something, because a lot of people's mindsets is all negative and they always want something more. Whatever they have isn't enough. That's just human nature. Whatever you have is never enough. You're always going to want more. If you're in this gratitude mindset, then you feel like you're actually receiving things and you're not in this scarcity mindset. You're in an abundance mindset and you just feel amazing, and you actually attract more things to be grateful for by showing gratitude. Because if you think about it, your brain is just looking for more and more things to be grateful for once you start being grateful. It's actually called positive mindset momentum. There's also such thing as negative mindset momentum. There's a lot of mindset momentums that there are, and maybe there's really only two, but when you think a negative thought, your subconscious listens to that thought, and your subconscious dictates 95% of your day. We're actually only conscious 5% of our day, and our subconscious is based on habits and beliefs. So if we create a habit of negative emotions, negative feelings, negative thoughts, then that will roll over onto the next day. 95% of the next day, you think the same thing that you thought yesterday. So if you're thinking negativity one day, you're gonna think it the next day. You literally only have that tiny 5% to switch your mindset out of this negative momentum. That's why a lot of people are stuck in this negative headspace and they find it really hard to get out. When you start doing things like be grateful, be positive, only looking for positivity in the world, which I'll get to later, but that'll roll over onto the next day and you'll start to be positive more and more, and it will overlap and you'll get into this momentum. But if you start doing negative things, get into the negative mindset again, then you'll start going back down into the negative mindset momentum, which is not what we want. Like I said, when I said I would get to that later, we're on to that, baby. So basically, when you're realizing your thoughts, it's actually a skill. Not only is happiness a skill, it's also a skill to realize your thoughts. Like, people are stuck in this mindset momentum, this negative mindset momentum, because they don't realize their thoughts. When you just take a second to observe your thoughts, observe what you're actually thinking, then you can understand yourself a little bit better. When you observe your thoughts, you'll notice that you have positive and negative thoughts. Truly only identify with those positive thoughts. You'll probably see more negative than positive to start out with, especially if you're watching this video. I was the same way, but once you start to realize that your brain sees both, you just need to only select ones that you want to personally identify with, personally carry over to that next 95% for tomorrow, and keep that positive mindset flowing to the next day. If you're identifying with the negative thoughts, then that will carry on to the next day, like I said, and it'll also make you feel negative. And negativity is more I don't want to say attracted to the brain, but it almost is. It carries over easier to the next day. It's easier to be negative. That's why there's so many negative people in the world nowadays. Obviously, if you have a reason to be sad, a reason to be negative, then by all means, be sad, be negative, but don't dwell on the negativity and don't stay in that negative mind space, because it will carry on to the next day and you'll just have a shitty day, shitty week, shitty month, and it will just keep carrying on unless you get out of that. So feel how you want to feel, but then get out of that headspace, get back into positivity, because it's life. Just be happy. I'm gonna make this the last tip for the video so we don't run too long, but my last tip for this video is to find your passion. I talk about your passion a lot on this channel and also on my TikTok, so if you don't already follow that, go ahead and follow that. Finding your passion will change your life. It gives you something to do all day, gives you something to grind at every second of the day, and when it's something that you love, then you just want to non-stop do it, and you do it just because you love doing it. Like, for me, for example, I love making YouTube videos. I'm just gonna keep making YouTube videos, keep helping people like you, and eventually the money will come as a side effect of me doing what I love to do. If you don't already have your passion, get out there, do a lot of things, find out what you like, and make that your main goal. Don't look at money and status and popularity as the end goal, but look at it as you just having fun, beating at your craft, enjoying your passion every day, and the money will come as a side effect even quicker because you're enjoying the moment, not wanting something. Like I said earlier, if you're wanting something, you're lacking that thing, and it's less likely to come. Whereas if you're just grateful for what you have, enjoying the moment, you can even be grateful for something in the future. This is actually how I like to kind of manifest, is when I want something, I just act like I already have it. Like, I want a nice car one day, so I just picture myself with a nice car, and I just say, I have a nice car, I have a nice car. Like, I repeat that over and over. It's a little bit different with physical things, but I know that I'll manifest that lifestyle, I guess, and that money aspect, and I like cars, so that, but you can do this with anything. I do this with YouTube too. I picture myself as a YouTuber with millions of subscribers, millions of viewers, a lot of support, a lot of people that I'm helping out, and I literally tell myself, I am a famous YouTuber, I help a lot of people, I make videos daily, and I literally picture myself, visualize myself being this. This will trick your subconscious, and that will become your 95% default mode for the days to come, and you'll literally act like that person that you want to become. If you place yourself in the shoes of this person, place yourself in the vibration of this person, you'll act like they would, you'll think like they would, you'll make a routine like they would, you'll eat healthy like they would, you'll hit the gym, whatever your ideal person would do. If you change your belief, I thought my last thing was gonna be my last thing, but this is kind of going on and on, but I'll try to wrap this up. If you do what I said, close your eyes, visualize yourself, tell yourself, I am this thing. It could literally be, I am happy, and then like feel happy, have a smile on your face while you say it, and that'll become engraved into your subconscious. It'll become a belief that will manifest itself into reality. I have a whole YouTube video on this on my other YouTube channel. I'll link in the description, so check it out if you haven't already. And I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Just to go over what we said, we got gratitude. Be grateful for what you have. It'll literally change your state of being, and you'll feel so positive, and you'll get into that positive mindset momentum, which was our next thing. Really identify with the positive thoughts and not the negative, and that positive mindset momentum will continue to flow. Then we talked about passions. I often stress the positives of passions, but right now I'm going to talk about the negatives just real quick. I used to not have a passion. I used to be a lazy motherfucker. I would just go on my phone. Literally, my source of joy was going on my phone and texting people. Obviously, it's fun. Like, who doesn't want to text someone? But literally, if someone didn't text me back, or if someone, that kind of thing, like, it literally made me feel horrible. Don't be that person. If you find your passion, then you don't even realize when people don't text you. You don't care about that. You are the person that people are like, why is this person not texting me? There's literally psychology behind this. If you don't text someone back, then they're gonna want you to text them back more. But that's not the reason that you find a passion. You find a passion so that you have so much fun throughout the day. And then when you're done having your fun and done grinding your ass off, then you go talk to the people that you need to. Then you have the social engagement that you need to. And then that's where you get your source of dopamine, I guess. But really, you don't want to be on your phone all the time. You don't want to be talking to people all the time. If you're relying on that for your happiness, you're not going to be happy. But yeah, I also talked about I am affirmations, just being that person, being your ideal self, picturing yourself as that person. And when you visualize this, your subconscious tricks itself thinking that you are that person, and then you act as if you're that person, and that will come to you. I hope you learned a thing or two in today's video. I hope you're happier already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.